Wow.
Bro, when he disrespected Farrakhan and Lord Jamar was like, you not gonna take it back? And Vlad was like, nah. He's like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna start my own shit. Y'all know what I mean? Podcast. Shout out him, Godfrey, and Raw Digger. You know what I'm saying?
I think, right. Even if it's disrespectful, everyone's still focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah, everybody focusing on the wrong.
And that is that, at least in my opinion, of course, is like fuck Farrakhan. Ultimately, and let me tell you why. Because me and you both agree. You hear me? Me and you are on the same page about religion.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that is exactly what Louis Farrakhan is religion. Now, he's got a lot of great things to say. He makes a lot of great points. And you could say there are legitimate instances of doing good for his people. But his ultimate goal, to me, would be to lull our people into a lie. Into a belief system that at the end of the day does them a giant disservice and has them believing in something that we, again, agree isn't real instead of themselves and their powers as individual gods, in my personal opinion.
Well, I do fault these false prophets misleading the people. I do fault that. Because you know damn well, you know better, and at the end of the day, it's all about the money anyway.
For sure.
Money
right.
Control. You know what I'm saying? I seen
even Malcolm X had a falling out with the Muslim nation because he found out eventually that it was a bunch of bullshit, you know? I just can't get on board, man.
I can't get on board with none of this shit.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I seen a motherfucking a thing where some like Jeffrey Olstein had lost 60,000. Somebody found it and gave it to her. How does a pastor of a church lose 60,000? And you able to give 20,000 away as a reward?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That lets you know how much money these motherfuckers are making, bro. They said, I seen a meme on IG that was talking about black churches been collected over $420 billion in tithes and ain't did something or something. It was crazy.
Their own pockets.
It made me think like, damn.
You know, it's the preachers who aren't famous
outside of the building. So whatever maintenance that might be, or if you don't own the building, you paying the rent or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But I know churches get certain exemptions. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a church and shit like that. But it's crazy because outside of the heat, the water, and the thing, like, what else are you doing with the money? You collecting money twice every service.
Come on, man.
4 times a month. That's 8 times you collect money.
That's if you're a leisurely church. If you real wide, what do you be like? No, we need you here for a little midday mass.
And they be on that 10% shit.
Night church where there's 4 or 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week.
Bro, don't kick in your 10%. God gonna smite you. God gonna smite you. You know what I'm saying?
How terrifying would that be? God show up in your bedroom in the night like, you didn't pay nothing. You're done. I'm abandoning you. Like, no, like, sorry, you didn't pay nothing. You know there's fees for this shit?
That's crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy. You said every time you pray to me, that's a nickel. I've been adding this shit up.
I'm gonna tell you, son, I'm almost broke fucking with you. Yeah, you heard me. I'm God. Why don't you believe me?
Right. Like on some Bruce Almighty shit. Morgan Freeman's God. You know what I'm saying?
Unrealistic. So look, we could say I could give Louis Farrakhan's props about a lot of things, right? And not every man is all bad, right? Well, that's not true. There's a lot of men who are all bad, but I wouldn't put that on Louis Farrakhan.
Did he have the best intentions every time he did something? No, he didn't.
Right.
He didn't.
Can prove that. So.
You know what I'm saying? But did he do stuff for the community?
Sure.
Yes. Did he do stuff for black people? Yes.
But no matter how much good he does,
but that's what he's
ultimately leading people in this giant, massive, fake-ass fraud lie.
Yeah, I mean,
believe religion. So even if maybe
he got to keep it going.
A few people, souls actually say some people actually turn their lives around or just speaking.
So okay.
But to line his pockets, to line the nation's pockets.
I know you had to have seen this on Sonetta because this is where I'm getting this from, and I think it was either Brother Larry or Brother Shabazz who said you've been following this teaching for so long. You preaching that this is the right, this is, you know what I'm saying? Over everything. Now, later, you find out that all this is a lie. But you have all this following. Now, are you really just going?
Yes.
Not you, but I'm saying, but the majority is not going to see. They're going to keep doing it because they got the power, they got this following, the money. I'm telling you,
listen, bro, we come too far on this planet. We have come too
you
far
would think
for me to believe that there's any man of God who is grown and of a significant age, like 50, 60, with a significant church and following, who all of a sudden realizes God ain't real.
I'm not gonna say not realize, but I want to say like,
I think you either somehow you are able to actually you actually have the belief and you hold a try.
But you're going through theology school and everything. You gotta go through this.
Right, that knowing if God is real or believing in God and how you're going to use your belief or not thereof, that's decided very early on. I don't think there's anyone who gets 50 years old, shit hits the fan, and they're just like, oh, I gotta keep up the charade. Now, I've heard of stories where
I've heard of it, bro.
Pastors where this life event occurred, and they're trying to do, lead a church, and with their beliefs shook or gone altogether. They can't do it. They have to walk away from the church and say, you know what?
I've seen certain cases where they don't turn back.
Find me an 85-year-old on a deathbed who's like, well, about 30 years back, I knew, but the church needed me.
No, I wouldn't even say that it would be the church that needed them. It's the fact that you know the truth, but you addicted to what comes with still misleading the people as if you still preaching the truth. Because they look at you as this powerful figure in the church, in the community, and you getting money. Like you ain't working no job. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what is that like? You're 50 and all of a sudden, like you don't have no.
You ain't got no 50. You be 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. However old you are. But we just sitting here debating on whether or not if you can be older, maybe 40, 50, and having led a church, and then realize that you don't actually believe in God. And then could you keep up the charade because you feel a certain
you can't. That's not a question you have to ask. They're doing it right now.
I told him. This is the only time when me and him agree on something. I told you. I tried to tell him.
But then this is why I was saying that the
Bishop T.D. Jakes.
I think the dynamic changes then. Because a man who does decide, well, fuck it, I'm going to keep continuing.
Right.
It's no longer about supporting the people, realizing you have responsibility.
It's you supporting your own ego.
Exactly.
That's what I said. That's what it comes down to.
You're a bad guy.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's anyone who keep up that charade.
I'm not saying a motherfucker.
When you say that, you're atheist.
Me?
If you say that,
because I think that's a dumb thing to say if you're an atheist.
Because
that in and of itself is a belief. You know what I mean?
Let's show him this real quick before we start filming.